Lily sat by the window, watching the rain tap against the glass. The world outside seemed so quiet, so peaceful, but inside, her heart felt heavy. She had been with Ryan for nearly 2 years, and everything had felt perfect. Until recently. She hadn't noticed it at first: his late nights at work, the cryptic texts on his phone, the constant distance between them. But as the days passed, the feeling of unease grew stronger. And then, one evening, it all came crashing down. She was sitting on the couch, scrolling through her phone when a message popped up on Ryan's phone. The name was unfamiliar, and it was a message she couldn't ignore. "Hey, babe. Can't wait to see you tonight." Asterisk. Lily's heart skipped a beat. She knew that tone. It wasn't just friendly, it was affectionate. She picked up the phone, her fingers trembling, and read the rest of the conversation. It was clear. Ryan had another girl. Tears welled up in Lily's eyes. She had suspected something for weeks, but seeing the words on the screen made it all too real. Her stomach churned as she replayed their conversations in her mind, the times he had cancelled plans, the moments when his attention seemed to drift elsewhere. She had been blind, too afraid to face the truth. Lily sat in silence for what felt like an eternity. The rain outside grew heavier, but it did nothing to drown out the pounding of her heart. How could Ryan do this to her? She thought he loved her. She had given him everything, trusted him with her heart. But maybe love wasn't enough. Maybe it never had been. She stood up and paced around the room, trying to calm herself. Her mind raced with questions, but none of them had answers. Should she confront him? Should she leave without a word? Was there even a point in trying to fix what was already broken? Ryan had always been her safe place, her comfort in a world that often felt chaotic. And now that safety was gone. She realized she had been living in a lie, building her future on a foundation of false promises. A knock at the door startled her. Her breath caught in her throat as she walked toward it. She knew who it was. Ryan stood there, his face worn and tired. He looked up at her with those familiar eyes, but they were different now, guilt and shame clouded them. "Lily, we need to talk," he said quietly. She didn't respond at first, her gaze fixed on him. She could feel the tears building up again, but she refused to let them fall. She had to stay strong. "Do you love her?" she asked, her voice barely a whisper. Ryan flinched. "Lily, Do you love her?" she repeated, louder this time. He hesitated, unable to meet her eyes. The silence was deafening. Lily stepped back, shaking her head. "I can't do this anymore." Her voice cracked, and for a moment, she thought she might break down right there. But she didn't. She turned her back on him, taking a deep breath. "Goodbye, Ryan." And with that, she closed the door, leaving the man she once loved standing on the other side. Outside, the rain continued to fall, but for the first time in a long while, Lily felt a sense of peace. She didn't need someone who didn't truly love her. She would heal. She would move on. And one day, she would love again, but this time, she would be stronger, wiser, and never again settle for anything less than the truth. She wiped her tears and walked away, ready to start a new chapter.